Hello, all, and welcome back to HighPriest Reacts to Disney's Artemis Fowl teaser trailer. This is completely unexpected. I didn't even know this was Disney made until I went here. Now, I've been a big fan of Artemis Fowl for a long time. It's a very good series, with admittedly some rocky moments near the end with the last two books, but I still overall enjoyed reading the series. And I think adapting them could work. On one hand, Disney has shown their forte at adapting other people's crap. I have no idea how Disney has got a hold of Artemis Fowl. I was not expecting it to be Disney. But, I mean, Disney is good at adapting stories usually. Not always, but usually. So, I have some faith. But on the other hand, I'm already hearing complaints. Now, these people could be full of shit, but there are certain things that all I know is one of them is about Butler. And, okay, if you don't know the details, there are some pretty fundamental points in the series that have to be hit. I'm not going to get into all of them, because it'd take a while, but two of them is Butler's supposed to be this big, huge dude who is the toughest badass you will ever meet. He is from a long line of badasses, who are bodyguard / manservants. Yeah, he's not a butler. He's a bodyguard / manservant. Why is he named Butler? Because his family line, Butler, has been doing this for so long and so well that the name Butler was coined after them in series. 2, Artemis is not. It has to be played by a child actor. He has to. Now, you could get maybe a 12-year-old and say he's 10. But, well, not 10. I forget the exact age of Artemis at the exact moment. But he is supposed to be a young child. He's one of the smartest people on Earth, but a core point is his youth and experience, meaning that even though 90% of the time he'll act like more of an adult than most people will in their entire lives, every so often something will happen that would only came to pass because he's, well, still a kid. Those are some of the best moments in the early series. Like the fantastic scene where his hostage escapes, punches him in the face, and tells the little kid him to go suck a lollipop while she goes and fixes his mistakes, because people are going to get hurt. His only response, this witty genius who always has something to say, is, "But I don't like lollipops," while rubbing the part where she hit. He recovered, but that had never happened to him, and for that moment he acted like exactly like a kid his age would. And if this is going to be a long series, you'd have to follow him as he grew up, like with Harry Potter. There are things you'd want to get the people right. The people are the names of the different fairy races. Like the elves, the pixies, the dwarves, the centaurs. You'd have to get them right, because these are basically the small. Despite only one of them being, named dwarves, they're all small people. Like, I think even the centaurs are extra small. And that's not even getting to the weirder stuff in the later books, with like the demons and things and such. And also, it's Disney, and while I'm not like most people, I won't assume, oh, Disney can't do, hard stuff, and it isn't even the most hardcore series, but it's also not particularly soft, but even though I'm not that worried, there's still that niggling worry that they might soften things, like they often do, like they used to do with adaptations of tales. Still not soft, but softer than the original. Because again, Artemis is not a good person when he's young. He apparently was even worse when he was younger. It's only through interaction with the character Holly Short that he grows into a better person. Slowly. Over time. He only really starts having a drastic change right around the Atlantis complex. And even then, that's heavily only partly because of, well, mental illness. I'm not gonna go into any more. But outside that, I want this to be a good movie. I'm definitely going to be making a movie review when it comes out. Either when it comes out or sometime afterwards when I get a hold of the movie. And I desperately want this to be a good movie. I'm not going to really watch more than just this teaser trailer. But just because I'm such a big fan of it, I have to see. I just have to see even a little bit of it. I don't like watching Disney's trailers normally. The MCU stuff especially, is a bad habit of being a tad too spoilery, in my opinion. Or the DuckTales ones. Oh my. The DuckTale promos are horrible. Like, they spoil everything. And what should be the best moments. But, yeah, let's get to that. And I just saw a flash of an image pop up on the screen from accidentally hitting the next. Oh, that's Aquaman. Okay. Accidentally highlighted the next video button. Anyways, let's just get to my reaction of this thing. Wow. 8 minutes in, I haven't even started a reaction to this 1.5 minute trailer. Alright. Let's see.
Our world has never been in more danger. Human greed is what drove us underground all those years ago. To escape from your rapacious appetite.
Alright. I wonder if they'll be borrowing heavily from the graphic novel.
You are not prepared for the truth behind what you seek.
Who is that? The voice of Haven City. Well, I'm at least pleased with what I'm seeing here. This is great. You know, I do like the idea of actually seeing Haven City.
Artemis Fowl.
Oh. That's Bowler. Nothing you can complain about. Seeing armies. Oh, I hope people acted. That's not going to be perfectly easy to pull off. I'm not seeing the complaints. It must have been about that wiki article someone brought up that described it. I'm going to briefly, cancel. No, thank you. Look, because like I said, I want to be careful not having too much spoiled. I want my reactions to the movie, but if that's Bowler, I'm not seeing the complaint. He looks like a big, strong, tough guy to me. So, No, I'm not. Maybe they're combined. Reading this, I should probably take this down. But reading this, on IMDb, it just looks like it's suggesting that they're maybe combining the first movie with the first book with the second, which... Wait, Disney books? When did Disney start doing this? Oh, wait. God damn it, no. I was clicking, what I thought... Oh, okay, that's a description from the video itself. Alright, we're getting different suggestions from the trailer, from the IMDb, funding the search for his missing father, hinting they might be behind his missing father, which... Looking at the original image, cover image, yeah, I'd say that's a decent look like for the character. Okay, here's what it says from Wikipedia. Alright, the closest I got here is the belief that they might have something to do with his father. Which would be a change in what I'm not entirely happy with. Not because like I suggested earlier, that it might soften the harshness of the character in the beginning. No, spoiler for the major book. Honestly, I spoil a lot here anyways, but I was trying to keep it paid for spoiler. At the end of the first book, he trades away half the money he ransomed for to pay one of them to heal his mom who was suffering from mental illness. That's another big moment in favor of his character. I prefer that instead of the dad thing, like it's hinting. In fact, his dad was completely unconnected. The dad had nothing to do with the fairies. Nor was it to fund the search for his dad. In fact, I'm pretty sure he actually was giving up. Which... Okay, this explains it right here. I'm seeing it on the Disney Wiki. Now, this might just be conjecture. It might not be full facts. But it's the first and second novels of the book series. It's like I thought. Now, that might just be conjecture. And I'm not entirely happy if that's the route they're going for. But I still go to see it. And from what I've seen, the only thing that I'm not entirely happy with is the depiction of the fairy, and even then, I'm not entirely sure. Okay, there's another,
After the Battle of Counter's Edge.
Sorry, there's another teaser trailer here. I'm pretty sure it's the same one, but it's slightly longer and got an image of Butler's head looking weird. Okay, yeah. It's the same one. I was just trying to explain that weird looking Butler head there for a moment, but I think it could work. I don't think I'd want it to be, the way it's presented, I don't want a connection between the father and thing. That might make some sense of the story, but honestly, one of the things I liked about the book series is not everything was connected. Also, because the second book, when Artemis goes to the fairies for help, there's no way. Huh. Wait, was it connected? Now that I'm thinking about it. I actually can't remember right. No, it wasn't. Right. It wasn't, but there was also something else going on. And he helped them out so they could help him rescue his dad. Right. Honestly, I think it would work better if it wasn't if they don't end up connecting the dad with the stuff and that he's not trying to restart the search. But I think what they're doing can work. I've not yet reached the point where I can decide I don't like this, I think this is going to be a terrible decision, because something people forget is movies and books are different mediums. You have to change things when you're adapting. Sometimes not doing so is actually worse for the work, like Hunger Games. Hunger Games is a perfect example of that. Katniss Everdeen is not an emotive person in the books. Oh, you can understand, which is fine, because in the book, you're always in her head. But she's supposed to be this, pretty dead-faced person emotionally. It's not that she doesn't experience emotion, it's just not a person who conveys them very easily or well. And the actress who plays her in the movies does a fine job playing that role. It's just, that role doesn't really work in the movie medium. Artemis is another one that could be, is an example that could be troublesome, though, being he's the core of the series, and I feel his particular traits are even more important to the plot than Katniss's are. Plus, they're not as verse. It's not that he's not a emotive person. It's just his emotives are usually arrogant little snot that people take seriously, partly because he's still fabulously rich. B, they know he's intelligent, and free, he shows he's intelligent, and, 4, he acts like an adult in the body of a child most of the time. But as the third book shows, that just because he acts mostly like an adult, he's still an arrogant little snot who thinks he knows better than everyone. Mostly because he does, but again, arrogant. Things don't always go to his plans, and when they do, he tends to react like an actual child, usually. See, part of the reason why I think it would have been better is because, honestly, each book, for book 1 and 2, could have perfectly been an entire movie on their own. And that combining the two might actually compress it too much. Because, the first movie is basically like an inverted heist movie. It's a rescue movie where the bad guys are the protagonists. And the second book it has an entirely separate plot, so I honestly don't think merging them would work perfectly. But again, maybe this person can actually pull it off. It's not what I would prefer, but I'm going in cycles, but you get what I mean, right? As long as they keep him being an arrogant little snot, keep Butler being a cool, calm, collected badass, which, admittedly, that shot of him with a stupid look on his face doesn't exactly inspire confidence. I'm hoping that's a shot of him either getting mind controlled briefly or the moment when he gets drugged in the book. Because, not happy if it's the other stuff. If it's just a dumb look for trailer joke. But yeah, Ari shouldn't act like a normal kid. But the hardest part, of course, is, I know his age. They have him 12. I think that it's about his age in the book. I thought he was a little younger, but now I realize, yeah, no, he was around 12. And, well, child actors are rather infamous for not being great for a reason. I just sincerely hope they do a good job with this movie, because I spent a long time reading this book series, and I greatly enjoyed it. I was ladder late into its run, but yeah. Admittedly, this is going to be a while before this goes up. And again, this is the only trailer I'm going to look out and watch. I just need to get a taste to know, so that I can go into the rest of it blind, because of how important the series is to me. I had to, yeah. Anyways, this HighPriest signing out. I will see you all next time.